Heaven's California.
Hey guys, the next few videos I'm going to be filming are all suggestions by you guys. So the first one, I have them all here, but I'm also going to add them here. So the first one comes from FzStar. Yo Damian, this time my suggestion isn't going to be bullshit. Please react to this horror animation with a link. So that's what I'm going to be reacting to. It is called The Night Shift Easter Special Scary Stories Animated. It's like 8 minutes long, just over 8 minutes long, so yeah, that'll be the video for, that'll be for this video. And yeah. I haven't seen this, I don't know who this is by, so I'll have to leave it in the description because I do not know who this is by, I forgot. It says animated horror flicks, I think that's who it's by. Animated horror flicks, so I'll shut them out or I'll, yeah. Okay, let's go guys. Yeah, night shift stories are always sus, like anywhere you are, I don't care where you are, security guard, police officer, it's gonna be sus as hell.
I don't usually hold back when it comes to talking about my job, which was working security at the sub-level of a local hospital.
Security at a hospital,
You'd be surprised
sus.
to know how common break-ins were at that place, which usually ended up being a couple of junkies trying to get high on some of the weird chemicals that were being kept in the labs. It started out as a regular graveyard shift at work, but I'll lead in with a curious backstory regarding the doors that led to the morgue. In order to keep the place more sanitized, they had recently installed sliding doors that would automatically open if someone passed in front of them, thus removing the need to touch any handles or doorknobs, and to prevent anyone from leaving the doors open by accident.
Yeah.
Hygiene played a major role at that morgue, and it had been on the agenda for the past few months. There wasn't anything really unique about the sliding doors, except for the fact that they would sometimes open and close by themselves. That by itself didn't seem like such a big deal, since this could have been caused by something small such as a moth flying in front of the sensor.
That is true.
Until one night, I realized that it would always happen at the same time.
Oh no.
Every night, at exactly 3 AM, the doors would open for a few seconds and then close. I was convinced that the doors had been programmed with some kind of time-based trigger, but when I contacted the company that installed the doors, they told me that it wasn't possible since the doors were designed only to open when the sensors were triggered or forced open manually.
So someone's triggering it. But what's triggering
So it continued without any explanation for a long time after that. It became sort of a ritual for me and my co-workers to watch the doors open and close on the monitors every night. Usually there would be at least 2 guards on duty, but that night I ended up working the graveyard shift by myself.
Of course you did.
Because the other security guard suddenly became ill and there wasn't enough time to find a temp who could fill in at such short notice.
Of course. The story happens when you're alone.
Just to be clear, I had been working as a security guard for a long time, so I was no stranger to danger and I wasn't worried about working alone at night. Besides, the work was pretty straightforward. All I had to do is make sure all the doors were locked and secured and keep a close eye on the monitors. There were only 2 cameras, one overlooking the control room and another one at the other end of the corridor overlooking the entrance to the morgue.
Went to the morgue? That's not hearing morgue.
I did what all the guards on duty would do. Sit back and enjoy the show. Although the novelty of seeing this phenomenon had long worn off, it was still something I would anticipate and would often give me the chills, seeing how it was the entrance to the morgue and that you could sense a sudden rush of cold air.
And to the morgue, he said right, morgue.
Even from the other end of the corridor.
That's sus.
I watched patiently as the doors opened, followed by the howling rush of cold air that could be heard from under the door.
What was that?
It was when I glanced away from the door and looked to the monitors that I noticed something strange. The doors remained open. At first I thought it might be a glitch with the monitor, and I was simply looking at a frozen frame. But then I saw the lights flicker.
Oh my god, that's sus as hell.
I waited for a few minutes, but it soon became clear that I would have to head on down to the end of the corridor, since it was strictly prohibited for the doors to the morgue to remain open. As I stepped out into the corridor, I acknowledged a significant drop in temperature, which I knew was going to get considerably worse as I approached the morgue. I gradually made my way down the corridor and turned the corner that ultimately led me to the sliding doors.
Oh God.
I had hoped that the doors might have closed by the time I got there, but just as I had seen on the monitor, the doors were in fact still open and the camera was functioning normally. I tried waving my hands in front of the sensor, but to no avail. The doors would not budge.
That's so creepy.
I reluctantly contemplated my next option, which was to test the sensors from the other side, requiring me to enter the morgue. But I decided to take a look around first to see if I could observe anything out of the ordinary. Only when I turned my back to observe the corridor did the doors finally close, which was quickly accompanied by a cold chill in the air. I could feel an overwhelming sense of someone standing right behind me as the hairs on the back of my neck began to spike.
It's a ghost. It has to be a ghost. Lights are flickering.
But it turned out to be more of the same eerie silence as before.
I can't stand jump scares, that's why I'm like...
Since the doors had already closed without having to actually enter the morgue, I considered myself fortunate and hurried back to the control room to make sure nothing else was out of place. I closed the door and locked it from the inside, and for a moment I was expecting it to be business as usual as I sat back down in front of the monitors. But after taking a quick sip of my coffee, I realized the coffee was stone cold. Not just lukewarm as you would expect, but genuinely chilled. I hadn't been away from the desk for that long, so it didn't make much sense at all. But then I remembered that I had felt that same chill before, at the other end of that corridor.
Yeah, because the lights flicker down there too.
Out of curiosity, I decided to rewind the security footage back to when I approached the doors to see if I could spot anything out of the ordinary.
That's smart.
Which is when I witnessed something that I simply couldn't explain. There was a girl standing in front of the doors behind me. I couldn't really make out her face due to her long black hair. That was a stark contrast to the white gown she was wearing. She just stood there staring right at me and then walked towards the exit. To this day, I can't explain it, because I had just been there and I hadn't seen anyone. It was when I checked the other camera overlooking the entrance to the control room that really sent a chill down my spine and still gives me nightmares to this day.
Oh, fuck. Chew in like five seconds, really? Oh, there's another one coming, isn't there? Another total. I'm lowering this, I can't handle jump scares.
When the lights came back on,
okay,
it's as if nothing happened.
It's not over yet.
The door to the control room was open despite being locked from the inside just moments before. Due to the mysterious power surge, most of the data on the drives had been completely corrupted. But some of the security footage did survive, and I've been holding on to it ever since. I guess now would be the time to ask yourself, do you believe in ghosts?
I mean, that's obviously what it was, you know what I mean? Like, that's obviously what it was. Is it over yet, or not?
Hey, folks, if you want to see the footage from the camera overlooking the entrance to the control room, please help this video reach 5,000 likes and I'll upload it to my Instagram account. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, please share and subscribe if you haven't already and smash that like button. It helps tremendously and guarantees more content from this channel.
Stop it, stupid ads. Okay, and that's the end of the video. Okay, so I was gonna go on my phone to like open it to like that video because I do want to see that footage. Alright, well that was the suggestion of FzStar, so good suggestion. I liked the video, it was scary obviously. And the thing that worries me a lot too, okay, so because I'm in college for protection security investigation, so that could literally be me. I could literally be a security guard, you know what I mean? That's what I could be. That's what I'm like basically studying to be, you know? Something like security, law enforcement type thing. Like, no, I'm not really a cop, I just kind of like law enforcement, which could be obviously anything, security, whatever. So I don't mind being a security guard in the daytime, but at nighttime, alone in a big building where there's sus stuff happening, I'd probably run out. Because like you already know my anxiety, once again, which I've said it numerous times, so I can't stress enough that how I would be so like petrified in that situation. I would just not be calm. Even now, just at home, like I'm so nervous, and it's not all the time. I watch a show, I try to distract myself, whatever, and then it makes my symptoms go away, whatever they may be. Like just the fact that that might be me, that just terrifies me. Like I don't know if I chose the right program, but I don't mind being a security guard. Like I'm going to the gym to get ripped and see if I can get ripped or something because I'm weak. I don't know if you guys can see any differences. I'm not flexing. I'm just like but I don't know if you guys ever like see my arms. They were like really like I should do this arm. I don't know if they look bigger at all to you. Even though I'm not flexing, but I don't know if they look bigger. I've always been really skinny, so I don't know. I'm just trying to like work out, get not only for the security guard thing. Just I want to be like stronger, not so weak, and feel happy about myself and stuff. So and feel proud and accomplished and stuff like that. That went way off topic, but anyway, yeah, that might be me in a few years even. So all I'm saying is wish me luck, and for all I know, maybe I'll be an animator later, and maybe I'll animate some stories that I have on my own. I don't know, or maybe I'll have someone else animate them for me, and then I'll react to it, even though it's my story. But I'd like to see an animated version of it because animated versions are always better. But like just knowing the fact that I could experience that if I was a security guard at nighttime, like I would never do the night shift if I could avoid it. I will, just because like in the daytime you're safer. There's many more people. You might encounter more stuff, but I mean it's like at least in the daytime it's not like Okay, anyway, that's enough for this video. So again, thank you FzStar for the suggestion. I think that was your name. Let me know if you have any more. And yeah, thanks for the suggestion. It was good. And another heads up to anybody giving me suggestions, which I've had like 3 or 4 in the past like 2 days or so or less. So that's pretty good. Keep doing that. If I don't answer right away, again, I'm telling you, a lot of the suggestions are coming under held in the review, and I do not know why. I don't know if I can change that. I want to, but I don't want to. But then if it's spam, I don't really want it to be on my channel. So. Like I have comments telling like normally like spam only, like that says most likely spam. It's like, hey, do you think your partner's cheating on you? And I'm just like, first of all, I'm single, so no, my partner's not cheating on me, my non-existent partner. Yeah, that's just what I'm gonna let you guys know if I don't answer. Like I took 2 days to answer. One person 3 weeks to answer gum wings, which I'm sorry for if you're watching this. I still feel bad about that, but now that it's up, I'm not as sad, like I'm not like that upset anymore about it because it's already up now, so it's good. But enough talk. So again, thank you for the suggestion. Let me know what else, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be another suggestion video. Peace out.